If you want to watch the full 3-hour-long reaction that I did to this entire album, join the Patreon. It is available to our lead guitarist and VIP tiers, as well as a bunch of other stuff. We're adding a bunch of stuff to the Patreon. Join the Patreon. I love you, and enjoy.
How's it going, everybody? It is officially time. We are now here reacting to Evermore Deluxe Version by Taylor Swift. The homie Bridges Not Burned hooked me up with a link. There is a playlist on YouTube that we're going to check out. This album, I've been waiting to check this album out for a long time now. Ever since listening to Folklore. We're finally at the sister album. This is Evermore. We have heard a few songs off this album. And for those songs that we have heard, there are videos, standalone videos of our reaction to them. So you can find them on the channel. And I'll be sure to link them in the description below. So that way you can go ahead and catch those reactions still kind of in their standalone way. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is going to be a long one. So I'd recommend getting yourself something to drink, something to snack on, maybe go to the potty, come right back, and let's listen to this together. This is Evermore Deluxe Edition from Taylor Swift. Let's do it. So up first, we have the track Willow, official lyric video. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Interesting starter title. Willow, huh? Willow.
I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face. Lost in your current like a priceless wine.
Ooh, hold on real quick. Sorry for the early pause. That whole scheme right there saying she's the water that your ship rolled in. She's rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife, because water can be rough all at once, but a ship's gonna cut right through it. Meaning she acts, you know, like she puts on that act like, hey, you know, I'm tough, I'm rough, but you are the weakness. You can cut right through that. You see right through that. You hold a part of me, and you're just, wow, dude. Starting off, this is the first song. Start off with a crazy scheme like that. Basically like water ship kind of scheme, but meaning the double meaning. Okay, so that's the first 10 seconds. Okay.
I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from the look on your face. Lost in your current like a priceless wine.
That's crazy.
The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
Wow. Hold on, let's talk about that chorus too. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of pausing. I just want to preface that. So if you prefer reactions where we just kind of play it and then say a couple words, I mean, I get that, right? But I love music. Music is literally like my you know, I love it. So anything that interests me, I just love talking about it. I love learning about it. That chorus, really love the vocal, the way they did the vocals there. Panned them left and right. We had some harmonies in there. It was like a lot of head voice, very breathy. That background, but like more breathy and stuff. She's got some range, especially in that falsetto part. But like, I like that it sounds powerful, but it's very calm, right? It's not overtly in your face, but there's a lot going on. But the way they mixed it, very, very, very big, but also subtle. That's hard to do. That is hard to do. And after watching the Miss Americana documentary and seeing how involved she is with the production, makes me just guess that was definitely like her call. It had to been her call to do that, like production wise. Really fits really nicely, because this instrumental again is super simple, very just like acoustic guitar. I think there's a bass in there. It's either a bass guitar or it's like a really low piano. I didn't really hear too well, but it's kind of like matching the melody too, to add a lower harmony in there as well. If you listen closely, you hear the high harmonies really easily, but then if you listen closely, you'll hear like a lower harmony, but it's not a voice, it's an instrument, and it's either a guitar or it's a piano. Really interesting production on this.
like a priceless wine.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna open up the lyrics for
The
you.
more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow.
I love that
Begging
run
for
too.
you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Head on the pillow, I could feel you sneaking in, as if you were a mythical thing, like you were a trophy or a champion ring. And there was one prize I'd cheat to win.
Ooh,
The more that you say, the less I know.
Back into the
Wherever you
chorus.
stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Life was a willow
Here
and
goes
it
the bridge.
bent right to your wind. They count me out time and time again.
ooh.
Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. But I come back stronger than a 90s trend.
Hey,
Wait
okay.
for the signal and I'll meet you after dark.
Okay, hold on. So let's talk a few things here. Melody, love the melodies. Like it's super simple. Which I mean, for a beginning song of an album, you can go one of three ways, I believe. Right? You can because the starting song really sets the tone for the entire album, in my opinion. And here, this song has themes of like I want to say folk, but acoustic, right? Acoustic vibes. I mean, we're talking about willow trees, which is pretty folky. But no, yeah, melodies are super calm and relaxed. Makes me think there's going to be a lot of peaks and valleys in this album. There's going to be a lot of highs and lows. Let's look at the lyrics though. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. So if life was a willow tree, your wind comes through and it bends to it, meaning like you kind of control what this willow tree does. Now, this willow tree, I'm assuming, is maybe her or a person or her life. That whoever this person is comes through and essentially can bend and mold however they want, right? Interesting metaphor using a willow tree, though. I really like that. This bridge. Let me go to this bridge. Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. They count me out time and time again. Life was a willow. It bent right to your wind. But I come back stronger than a 90s trend. I mean, that's pretty face value. Come back stronger than a 90s trend, because, you know, 90s trends, they come back every once in a while. Okay, start off very, very, I mean, Taylor Swift lyrics, man. Taylor Swift lyrics. They're always thought-provoking as hell.
For the signal and I'll meet you after dark. Show me the places where the others gave you scars. Now this is an open shut case. I guess I should have known from the look on your face. Every bait and switch was a work of art.
Ooh.
The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. I'm begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. The more that you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, I follow. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. You know that my train can take you home.
In that line, you know that my train could take you home. I'm looking. It could be a callback to Cardigan, because in Cardigan she says, "Cause I knew you stepping on the last train." She's saying now her train could take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. Ooh. So I'm looking at like, so I have the Genius thing pulled up, and I'm kind of just seeing what they're grabbing about it. They say Taylor Swift likens her life to a willow tree. A tree that is hollow is significantly weaker than one that is not. However, interestingly, a hollow tree can still survive a long time if the structure is strong enough. if the structure is strong enough, eh? And like, if we're talking about wind making the structure willow tree bend, it can only bend so much before it does break. Damn. Okay. We're starting off very, very introspective, if I had to put. I know there's gotta be a storyline along, and I'm sure as we move along in the album, we'll catch on to it more, but let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Man, you know that my train can take you home. Anywhere else is hollow. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man. Hey, that's my man. Yeah, that's my man. Yeah, that's my man. Every bait and switch was a work of art. That's my man. Hey, that's my man. Begging for you to take my hand, wreck my plans. That's my man.
Oof. Okay, let's get a round of applause. That was the first song of the album. That's where we're starting. That was Willow. First song on the album. Yeah, I'm gonna double down and say that it's an intro, right? It's starting the album. So she chose to take a more chill route with it. It's more, nothing crazy, just a nice little acoustic kind of sounding instrumental. Overall, I love the willow metaphor. Willow trees are just beautiful. If you've never seen willow trees, they're dope. They're I just called a tree dope in 2025. They're cool trees. I just want to make sure I'm grasping everything lyrically. In the first verse, she says, I'm like the water when your ship rolled in that night. Rough on the surface, but you cut through like a knife. So I might be rough on the surface, but you of all people can cut through straight like a knife. And if it was an open shut case, I never would have known from that look on your face. It says here, an open shut case in law is a case that has been easily decided because the facts are all there. She has expressed her obsession with true crime stories in a YouTube comment by recently writing the song Nobody No Crime. We know that song. Cool. So she likes the true crime TV shows. My wife loves those. She loves those. Lost in your current like a priceless wine. This lyric back to the first line of this verse, it references how during the Renaissance expensive foreign wines being shipped across oceans were often lost in shipwrecks. When wine sinks to the ocean floor with a ship that carried it, it can undergo extensive aging, which will often make it highly prized when the contents are recovered. Additionally, Taylor has mentioned wine in her music many times before, usually to represent love. Love is like wine. I love that when artists have like a little theme or not catchphrase, but like a callback that they continuously do, and like within the community becomes this big like thing. I love that. So wine is used to reference love a lot. Interesting. Okay. August sipped away like bottle of wine from August. From the track August. Okay. So that was track 1. That was Willow. Yeah. Nice chill vibe. That goes straight into Champagne Problems,